So all you need to know about this run. That's gonna be pretty long. But first off, what's your request? No cheese? Yeah. Uh, let's do a deal, Goop. I wanna see you beat Owl, and if that happens, I'm gonna do Demon of Hatred no cheese. Uh, the cards are in your hands. But for now, Crag will ask first. So let's go. Let's go, let's go. I don't know, I will just add a B before it. Okay, so Craggle, as I usually say, some of the things that are happening the most in this run are that we are jumping and grabbing or double jumping in the void a lot during the run, and that's just because it's faster than walking when I don't have the sprint enabled. Second thing I usually explain before the stream is that we can do some dead anglings, that if you attack an enemy at a certain angle, it will not um, be able to parry or do anything, except Snake Eyes, which we can grab. That's the only thing they can do. And the last thing that we do in this run is delayed jumps. Like after you leave a platform, there is a tiny moment where you can, well, avoid, well, still jump, and not fall. Yeah, if you press it pretty precisely. Anyways, let's get into a new game, and we're gonna jump a lot. Yeah, right. Kind of like a leap, yes. It allows me to reach further areas. There is a few of them in the run, but you're just gonna, yeah, double jump. The second jump is actually to, I'm not sure if that is the case anymore, but I heard once that jumping a second time helps me get back to the ground faster to do a new jump. Now look at that dude on the right. He just did a little crouch, okay? It does a little crouch. It means I can go to the right of the tree that we're gonna see at the end of the path. And if he doesn't crouch, I'm gonna go to the left. At least that's how I understand it. And if I do that, there's a high chance that this little dude, Kuro, will not turn around. And obviously we're faster if he doesn't turn around. Now we're gonna talk to him. I grab the water and I'm gonna escape dialogue, because that's a neat little trick that if we have subtitles off, I don't need to actually listen to the whole dialogue. I can quit as soon as the important part of the dialogue is over. And now it's just some pathing. So if you have any questions about all I just explained, because there's a lot, go ahead. We're just grabbing that ash here for the monk later. Now it's actually just pathing. Here I'll be jumping and grabbing instead of double jumping, because you can actually jump with your head on those pillars. If any part of your hitbox touches something, then you can double jump with it. I want to avoid that. And here we are just gonna get hit, because that's obviously the fast way to do it. Okay, that was tutorial. Now, we jump and grab a few times while our sword is sheathed. Yeah, even my head. That's what's used in frontside dojo skip, which I don't do. That's still just bathing. Here we can do a neat strat by delayed jumping on that grapple point, but I can't do it. Just so you know it exists. Now it's bathing. There's a Nash that we could grab here if I let myself fall instead of grapple, but we don't need it. It's just a safe strat for new runners. If you ever want to attempt that, come over there, and grab it here. Now, for new people, we would want to fight the ogre and grab the Gatchin to fight him. But since I'm a very experimented speedrunner, we're gonna do ogre skip. That's a delayed jump that I'm going to explain after because it's hard. That jump here is a frame perfect one. We're trying to get a delayed jump on that little thing, but the ledge is holding us, so every time a ledge is holding us, the delayed jump becomes a frame perfect jump. I'm just quitting and reloading to reset the enemy's position so that I can try again because I obviously failed. I would usually reset, but since I'm explaining the run. Let's concentrate. When that happens, it means I was one frame too late. When I don't jump at all. And there we go. We go here, and we've skipped the ogre successfully by opening that door. Now on to Canyon. We won't care about the timing, so you know what? I'm gonna do two things, okay? So, there's two strats I use for Canyon. When I'm feeling cocky, I will do double Canyon, and when I don't, I will do regular Canyon, which is why I'm picking up the title, so that you can see both. So the thing I usually do is follow that path here, and that's the safe way to do it. We go there, do that, safely go there, follow the path, and instead of we're gonna do single canyon, which means we're doing a single jump, which is here after that snake. We are trying to jump here to avoid having to hug the wall. And we're going here to avoid the snake attack and finishing it. That's single canyon skip. Now, if I go back to the idol, like this, I can try and show you double canyon. You cannot actually kill the snake, Craggle. It's impossible. You're meant to run past him. In the base game, you will run past him, and instead of doing the single canyon skip, which I did, you would hug the wall and hide there, and hide in the little box that we saw until the snake would come close to you and stab his eye. That's the normal way to do it. We want to do it faster, so we just skip it and do that jump. Now double canyon. Double canyon, there is a ledge holding you, so it becomes a frame perfect again. I'm gonna try to do it, and if I fail, this is why you grab the idol, because I'm not perfect at it, okay? Same path. But yeah, you cannot kill the snake, at least not yet. Go there, that's the setup. And I just failed it, you see? This is why I saved. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna die probably. It's fine, we have the idol. I'm gonna take all the time it takes so that you can see it. Nope. It's fine. We're gonna reappear the idol and try double canyon again. But you can see why I don't do it in actual runs. It's a lot of resets. Hi Misa! We got a pretty nice PB in case you're wondering. And right now Craggles asked me to explain a full run to him, so we're doing that. But welcome in. How have you been doing since I last saw you? Here we go. Okay, that's the first jump of Double Canyon, and this jump is the same as before. Okay, I hope you were watching, Craggle. That's Double Canyon. The snake doesn't even show up, so we don't have to hide. Here it didn't show up because I had already done everything. Managed to pull off a hitless? Oh my god, I'm gonna pause. We don't care about the timing right now, okay? And congratulate you, because that's insane, Nisa. Congrats on it. Alright, Gaggle. So those were the two strats I can use for canyon, single canyon, and double canyon. Now we're heading onto Gyobu. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And here we go. Were you there when I explained to Goop the new setup that I did for double canyon? Hi, Random. How you doing? Uh, we're doing a full run explaining Craggle because I just had a very good run and I don't feel like doing it again. Here we grab some ash for Monk later again. Oh, there, you're doing good. Cool. Gonna jump here, grab onto that tower, go up here, and do a delayed jump if I can. I cannot, so we're gonna reset, okay? Reset the enemy's position again. And we get teleported back to the last safe spot before any enemy shows us. That's the case every time I quit out. Any cool things for the game we just came in? Any cool announcements or achievements you can tell me about? Other than the Atlas run, obviously, even though that's huge. Let's see if I can do it. So as I said, last time I grabbed pretty far in, go there, do a half circle, and delay jump. Now, if we follow this path, Craggle, there is a very high chance that Gilby will die, but it's not certain. We're grabbing 2 echoes for here for Snake Eyes and Lone Shadow, and going over there. Grabbing here, and perfect. Gilby died. That's pretty important. And now we want to skip the bull as well. So, we do it like this. And do, yeah, here. Okay. We are trying to jump onto that branch, which is actually solid, and go around the corner. At which point I need to hold the keys you saw in my inputs on the screen. That way you can get onto this roof, which is usually inaccessible, and go around the bull. So this is breaking the game world to go out of bounds. We're not very out of bounds yet. This is a pretty easy jump. I wouldn't really consider it out of bounds, but you cannot usually get onto that roof, if that's what you mean. We're gonna break textures a lot more later. And yeah, now we just get onto the castle idol. Okay, and here we use the Gilby memory, which is why it's so important that it dies, because this attack upgrade does a lot for us. There are some bad strats that aren't even usable because we don't get the Gilby memory. That's how important it is. Here we don't even delay jump, we just do a normal jump, a wall jump, and we can grab here, okay? Now, I forgot, but I usually equip Echo after grabbing that idol. Go straight. And we're gonna drop on Lone Shadow to set that flow in. And after that, there are a few strats. I can either go to the wall, lock him in a corner and dead angle him, which I'm not good at because I haven't practiced that in a long time, or fight him normally, which I do, but before fighting him normally, we're trying to dead angle him as much as possible. So I'm going to attack at a specific angle and try to go around him, doing that for as long as possible. And as soon as he blocks because I fail it, we're going to fight him normally. Here we go. Use Nako as said, and dead angle him for a bit. And he blocked, so let's fight him normally. Here you can interrupt this attack by attacking. Any of the previous attack he does, you can interrupt by attacking, like this. And we kill them. Pretty easy. We are not doing this, we're just grabbing the gold, because it's important to have gold for Spirit Emblem purchasing later. And you're grabbing to fall faster. And because I don't want to reset during the explanation, Scraggle, we are going to grab a few more ashes, which I don't usually grab. Here I can kick a bit to go faster and grab this point. And we are now into Snake Eyes, which... Oh, sorry. We're going to take those 2 ash just to be safe later. I'm going to still attempt it, but it's a nice backup, just in case. And I'm even gonna grab this idol in case I die to Snake Eyes, but it shouldn't happen, okay? Now, the strat I do, there's a fast path to it where you don't kill the dude. But I'm gonna drop here and kill this dude. It's a sniper boss, yeah. Jump as soon as I can to avoid her seeing me, and grapple this way. Now, we want to stealth that blower, go around her, use an echo, and then try to dead angle her by putting her in the corner right there. So this grab can actually be parried. It's the only attack she can do once I dead angle her, so I've practiced it a lot. It's not actually that easy to parry, but you can get it. And here we dead angle. Okay, we're facing this way, where when she's to the left of us, so she can't do anything except grab right now. And we kill her. Pretty easy. Pretty easy when you have practice. And we grab a gold again. Those are the 2 mini bosses we grab the gold for to later purchase Spirit Emblems. Gonna grab up here for the split. Grab here and here. And here again, we can do a delayed jump on this grapple point if we feel like it, and on this one if we feel like it also. But here I got the first delayed jump, so I don't need to do the second. Go here, make sure Atlas doesn't see us, so that we can grapple here and here without being seen. This chicken only sees us now, and we can go to his left. And grab this Yashiriku for later. Jump onto this branch, and go here. And grab the snack seeds for the monk. Besides the Snake Eyes boss, I can see that. It's a very, very shitty boss. Now, this is also a skip, because you will have to do another path usually, but you jump onto this branch, and jump above that thing. Death blow the artist boss. And now, kill him before he has any chance to kill us, otherwise it will be pretty bad. Here we grab another Echo for, Yashiriku for later. Drop here and go here. Perfect. Now it's just pathing again, so if anything I said was unclear, you're free to ask again. You're always free to ask anyway. But here I'm just trying to explain everything as much as I can. It's fine if you don't remember everything, there's a lot to take in. Grabbing confetti here for Genny. And here we jump. We do a few dashes. What do the Echo and the Yashiro controllers actually do? Okay, so when you use them, Echo increases your damage by 12.5%. Confetti adds damage, yes. Here we just equip a few things, okay, in this order, and while you look at it, I'm gonna explain the Echo and Yash. So Echo adds 12.5% damage to health and 25% posture damage to hits, according to the wiki. Yashiriku gives a larger attack boost, about 50%, I would say. If not doubling your attack, it's absolutely insane, but it halves my vitality. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so this idol we are equipping to be able to warp back a few times later in the run. This confetti and this Yashiriku is for Kenichiro, to set him up in the door, to dead angle him. And this Snapseed and Fistful of Ash, which I will normally have 4 of, we're going to use for Monk. I'm going to try to do it in 4 Ash, and if I can't, I'm going to use the 2 other Ashes to back it up and try to death blow him again. What we're doing for Monk is following this path very close to the left wall to avoid him seeing us, so he doesn't actually come into play. See? We're at this point here, and Monk hasn't spawned yet. I'm gonna go to this patch of grass here above Sekiro's Air, or in his air right now. Okay? I don't know if you can actually see, but it's to the left of that rock formation here. And as soon as I'm in that patch, I'm going to use my first snap seed. I'm going to use a second snap seed, delay the third by doing a dash, use the third snap seed, and at this point I'm going to start throwing in ash, because the monk only reacts to the first 3 snap seeds. We're trying to do this to get him as far back as possible, to be able to do a jumping stealth death blow on him, on that pillar over there, in his area again, here. Okay, let's do that. Sorry, I failed. I'm gonna use my 6 ash to make sure we can kill him. And here I have as many tries as I want, because I used 6 ash. On the 4 ash, I gotta be pretty precise, and I can only attempt it once. I'm gonna quit out, because the door animation opening can be skipped by quitting out. Simple as that. I gotta do that after the Shinobi execution, otherwise Monk will be alive again. Skipping the items pop-up. And we do Monk first because we want to grab the Mibu breathing technique. That will allow us to air swim. Here we crouch, grab that, and warp back. This is another reason we equipped the warping item. Draw skip seems pretty common in games. Yeah, it's the same over all From Softwares. Now I'm here, but I would usually be at castle because I don't grab safety idols usually. So we'll pop back at the castle. And we're now going to get it through, but a lot is going to come in. I'm going to try to explain that as I go. So first off, we have to use the Monk's Memory for attack power. And now we're going to do a very specific jump to get into a wall and be able to air swim, okay? So I come up here. I'm going to try to delay jump by pressing space as soon as I get on top of, I don't know if you can see it, that little, yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to show it. Here, just here, there's a ledge. See? That ledge here. As soon as I get on top, I'm going to jump, and that will let me do a delay jump. It's not necessary to be able to go into the wall, but it makes it easier. After that, I'm going to do a wall jump and go into the wall on my right to be able to air swim. I'm actually going to open Cheat Engine right now because there's a few things I don't want to fail. You've seen me do this jump, yeah. No way you haven't seen it. So here we go. I've just failed it, so what we do usually is we warp back with the idle, and that makes us lose around 10 to 15 seconds. So it's not a good thing to do on runs. It's a pretty easy jump, so I would not normally fail it. But here I paused, I wasn't in the action, so. So let's do it. All the way, here we go. Anyways, as I said, easy jump. I should not be feeling that, but apparently it still happens. I'm gonna use Cheat Engine right now, which is a practice tool, to save my position here and reset so that we lose less time, okay? But in a run, obviously, we don't do that. It will invalidate the run. Okay, so once we are in this wall, yeah, they are the worst when I'm under pressure. Now I'm gonna jump into this patch of water right here, okay, like this. And here we are able to dive. Now, because we are out of bounds, we can actually go there and go up, and we are actually able to air swim, okay? So we go around that wall. Here everything is solid, so we need to go through the tree to be able to go up. See, that's actually solid. Yeah, but if I go through the tree, I'm able to go up. And now I'm free into the world. But we still have to avoid death planes that are all over to avoid people actually going out of bounds. Because devs absolutely don't want us to do that, apparently. So we're gonna airstream into the Genichiro cutscene that will put us out of airstream and into the fight. As soon as I'm in that fight, I'm actually gonna switch to confetti. I'm gonna use the confetti at a specific spot to trigger Genichiro attacking me, and I'm gonna put him in the door, and then they're gonna leave him for the first two phases. Okay? We're using a 5-hit strat, which means I'm gonna do first I'm gonna do 4 hits, then angling him facing the wall. The reason I do 4 hits before starting the 5-hit combo is just so that the last combo of my the last hit of my 5-hit combo that I'm gonna do, I do 4 of them after the 4 hits, is gonna be facing him, and that makes my death blow faster for myself. I don't know how other runners do it, but I like doing it like this. For the 5-hit strat, 4-hit strat is a lot more consistent. You just have to face the wall, stop that for 4 hits, and resume by walking into the wall. As soon as you see the walking animation, you can start again. But since I'm doing 5 hits, I'm just going to spam the attack button. And on the 5th hit, it will not normally hit Genichiro. So I'm going to need to turn to hit him. But in order for it to still be a dead angle, I need to start the attack animation before turning. So I'm going to start the attack animation as soon as it's advanced enough, I guess. I'm going to turn so that it hits Genichiro, and then I'm going to turn back towards the wall again to restart the dead angling. Let's do that. Here we go, going to the left, using the confetti here, double jumping to avoid this attack, and we're dead angling. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, start turn. 2, 3, 4, start and turn. And as you can see, with the 5th attack, we're facing him. And here we got out of the dead angle. That can happen, and I'm fucked. This will be a reset. Okay? He got out of the dead angle because sometimes he glitches out of the door. Yeah, that's because I'm using the confetti, but I'm guessing you know that. But yeah, so right now I'm fucked. I'm gonna try to get him back in the door and continue the dead angling. But if that doesn't work, we're gonna load the save to show you the rest of the run, okay? Please come back. That will be great. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty lucky that it worked. So what will happen if I turn too early on that 5th hit? Not gonna show you, but it will block it. Okay, second phase. You can see I switched to Yash. I'm gonna use a Yash right as the second phase starts. I'm gonna leave the cinematic on, but I would obviously skip that just to explain it to you. I'm gonna use a Yash. During the Yash animation, I'm gonna hold back to turn around, and that turnaround is gonna make it so that Genichiro doesn't hit me. And after that, I'm gonna fight him pretty normally as you will do in a casual run. Except, I cannot Mikiri, so I'm gonna have to go around that if he ever does that. But this is the optimal strat. Kinda the optimal strat. So let's look at how I do it. Yash, spamming it. Holding down, back, and here we go. Now it's just a normal fight. And here we have double lightning, which is the best RG. So I'm pretty dumbfounded that we got it and never get it in runs. But here we go. We've just killed Genichiro. What I would usually do now before the black screen removal is go to the door, do 6 hits, and jump to make the black screen shorter. We don't exactly know how that works, but it does. I will start counting the 6 hits after those two things pop up. If you ever see any runner doing that, it's because they want to get a faster cutscene. But this doesn't actually matter anymore because of the black screen removal. So all black screen stacks are now useless, which is why I don't bother with it anymore. So we're just going to validate the two things, wait for the cinematic, skip that. As soon as it ends, I'm going to go onto the idol. I'm going to use Genichiro memory. I'm going to grab the spirit emblems I talked about earlier to be able to spam Mortal Blades during the second phase of fishing, right at the end of the run. I'm going to warp back to do another air swim to go onto Senpu Temple. Here we go. And we can have a bit of fun turning on ourselves. Yeah, lightning's pretty inconsistent, but he almost always does one at least during my runs. Gaining memory. Spirit emblems. And travel to, not to Ashina Depths. Okay, so I will travel to Castle, obviously. I just did the same inputs I would usually, but that obviously didn't work because I took a safety idol. So here, Ashina Castle. So far so good? Or am I not explaining things in a very understandable way? We go again. Grab here. And do the second air sim, which is the same as the first, so I'm not going to re-explain it. Here we go. And this time we're going to jump this way, because it's closer. Dive down, go under there, because this is actually solid, this is solid, and this is also solid. And now we need the next area to load, which is why we're going up there and into that idol. As soon as we are around here, next area would load. I said next area would load, thank you. Where am I now? I need to go through that wall and head to that corner, okay? And we're already gonna need another area to load, which is why we go past this and we surface into some water. Here we go. Next area is loaded. I can dive down and continue my swim. We go through here, we want to see the screen flash red. That means next area is currently loaded. Go to around this spot and quit out. Why are we quitting out this time? Again, because we want to load the next area. But this time there's no water to surface in, which means we will have to load it in some other way. And the easiest way to do that is to quit out. After loading in, there are a lot of different setups. Mine is I like to press spacebar once to go higher, look up as much as I can, and do 5 swims. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we can just go. As soon as you see that tree, you can go this way, and we're in Sandwell. Yeah, reset the game state, yeah, and load everything back in. We go here. Now we want this enemy right here to see us, because we're going to do another quit out after that. And when you quit out in Sekiro, not only does the enemy position reset, but yours does as well. And your position resets to the last time an enemy saw you. So your last safe position. So we're just going to go there and try to keep the aggro chain going, like this. And we are grabbing an idol so that we can warp to it later. And that is going to allow us to perform monkey skip later. Go out of airstream by diving into the water and getting out of it. Go up here. Go down so that this wolf sees us to keep the aggro going again. And now we're going to grab the idol. Here we go. And now, sometimes we're praying for this wolf to eat us out of the idol, but he didn't. So we are just going to quit out. If the wolf hits us, it's going to put us out of the idol and we can quit out faster. so it's actually a bit better. Some people actually run this game on patch 1.02 because the wolf doesn't even need to hit you. If it comes close enough to you, you're gonna go out of the idle. Yeah, good guy, wolf, sometimes. But yeah, if it approaches you in patch 1.02, you will instantly get out of the idle. That's faster, but patch 1.02 has a bit slower menuing and slower load times and stuff like that. So, which is why I didn't bother downgrading my game. I'm running in 1.06, okay? Yeah, it's the only time you want a wolf to bite your butt. But now we're gonna reload and we're gonna be where the first dude sees us. The one I told you it's pretty important that it sees us. And now we're gonna airstream into Ape Skip. Okay? One thing we're gonna do on the way is grab a few more spirit emblems for more safety into and more damages when we're using mortal draw on Ishin. So go this way, grab those, and head there. And we actually want to point Sekiro's head to that leaf. Otherwise, it's happened to me a few times, the camera can get stuck, and your run is fucked. Your save file is corrupted. So you're going down there and try to go under this texture I can see here. And we go there. We go as far as possible. Go a little bit this way. And then we can surface. Perfect. And I'm gonna save my position. I'm gonna save my position to... Do you have the ads, Craggle? Because I'm gonna wait for you to be done with them. I see that ads are rolling. Tell me when it's good, if that makes any sense. Don't know if you can actually hear me right now. No ads right now. Okay. Well, please tell me if there are any ads, and I'm gonna stop for a bit. Okay. So here we're gonna go left and forward to be locked into that state, and then we can actually position our camera. And there are a few different setups to do that jump. Originally, I followed Mitch's tutorial, and I will do it like this by aligning this piece of rock on the left, you can see, with that geometric shape in the woods. And we will go like this. I didn't find this very reliable, so now I have a new one, which I'm trying to align. Oh my god, this is going to be so hard to explain. So on the rock, you can see a few lights coming in. And at the very top on the left, you can see a little bright spot. And I'm trying to line the corner of the wall here, the little spiky thing, with that thing. Here you can see them touching here. And here they are further apart. Do you actually see which one I'm talking about? The spiky thing on the bottom of that rock here, the triangle you can see. I'm trying to line it with this spot of light. This is my new setup. After that, I'm going to stop holding left, only holding forward. At the same time, I'm going to jump. I'm going to do a wall jump to try and get onto the next platform. This is a very weird and kind of hard jump. It's not frame perfect or anything. It just feels weird. And sometimes your camera fucks you up. So there's still some RNG involved for me. I know people have found more reliable setup, but I'm trying to do it. And if I fail that, it's a pretty long fall, about 3 minutes, which will mean the end of the run for me. And I just did a little save state with cheat engine so that I can reset that in case I need to. Yeah, even speedrun camera is the final boss, it's true. Okay, let's try and do the jump. I've talked a lot, so I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do it, because I usually do it in one fell swoop, but let's try. Yeah, see, I failed. I would fall for that. Let's try and do it in one fell swoop. We go here, we line the camera, and we jump. Twice. And we get onto that piece. Now, let me see if I can show you that. Here! So, that's another version of cheat engine. I can see texture in geometric shapes. As you can see right in front of us here, there's a gap. So if I don't jump, I'm gonna fall down for 3 minutes. But this is just a regular jump. No art parts. I just jump and avoid the fall. Here we go. This next fall here is solid. So I'm going to need to go around it, but not too much or I'm going to fall again. As soon as I do that, Ape's going to see me, so I'm going to be on a timer. Which is why it's going to be pretty hard to explain things as slow as I'm doing it now, but I'm going to try in the heat of action to do it. But we're going to try to stick our head in some hole. That's our setup. Face the wall. Move the camera up so we can actually see. If I don't move the camera up, the screen will be black. I will do it blindly. And we're going to go onto a little platform a bit further. Do another jump around some other piece of texture. And go grab the flower that will usually require you killing a ape. Okay, let's try that. Go around this pretty slowly. And start running because he sees us. Here there's another gap, so we jump again. Go here, above texture. This is why we jump. Add into little thing, camera up, and jump here. And here we are safe. So I can actually listen to a question. Ape cannot throw shit at me anymore. And I'm saying throwing shit because I actually literally throws his shit. But here, if I look at that, here you can see there's a wall. We're gonna need to go around this. Yeah, camera zooming just means he's throwing shit at me. If that happens during the thing before, I will need to turn around and block it, and it will delay my thing. Anyways, let's go back into the normal view. And here I would normally just go like that and jump around it like this. Perfect. Now let's go around this pretty slowly. I don't need to rush because time is bad. Grab the flower and warp back to the idol we just unlocked. That's Ape skip completed. Remember the previous discussions from Goop? Okay, now just gonna do a little bit of pathing. Nothing too great. But we go here, we jump, we grab. Pretty easy stuff. Pretty easy stuff, which is gonna be followed by one of the worst skip in the game, which can ruin my day, which is Monk skip. So if I don't do double canyon, apart from Ogre skip, this is the only frame perfect skip in the run. I'm just gonna kill the dude so that I can explain it, but I will not normally kill the dudes, obviously. Here we go. Dudes are killed. I don't know if one last dude can see us, but okay. I want this branch, okay? And to line myself up, I'm gonna grab here. This is our starting position. Okay, my setup is I would line Sekiro's hair right here. There is a little corner in the rock formation where I line the air. And from here on out, I'm just gonna sprint and jump and try to do the frame perfect. Once I get the delay jump, and it's gonna be very clear when I do, you're gonna see it. I'm gonna fall and jump off the branch. I'm gonna head towards the wall. As soon as I am against the wall, I'm gonna turn the camera to redirect my wall jump and jump onto the roof. Let's try that. I'm gonna concentrate, and probably it's gonna take me many attempts. Nope. Too early. First one was too late. Too early again. You can see why it's such a wonder that I got it first try in my PB. And here we go. And here we go. I'm on the roof. Now, this piece of rock formation is not actually solid, so I can go through here. And I can go to the other. But I need to jump because there is an invisible wall and I want to go through it. So not to get stuck. So here we go. Jump. And I'm in the place where we can grab the mortal blade. Gonna jump and grab because we are heated, and grab the mortal blade. Now we're pretty close to the end of the run, but we grab the mortal blade, turn around, mortal row, and the reason we turn around is because if I was trying to use my idol and failed because their tutorial pop up, and if that tutorial pop ups during the time I'm trying to use the idol, it will make it will take me out of the prompt to use the idle. I will press E and I will start a new dialogue, and that will make me lose time, which is why I turn around. But yeah, we just warp back. We have equipped Mortal Draw to be ready for Ishin, and we have all the spirit emblems that were needed. We're gonna switch to Yashiriku because there is no need to be afraid to warp back if we fail air sim, because people are gonna see us, and since they're gonna see us, we can quit out to reset, and that's faster than using the idle if we fail air sim. But you will just switch to Yash for the fight, and we follow the path to do our final air sim. Come here. Easy. I'm making sure that guy sees me every time, just in case I need to reset. Get into here. And air swim. Here we go. Same air swim as for Genny. Going down there, diving to the wall, around this one, into the tree, and we're good. This time it's the owl cutscene that's gonna stop us and bring us back into where we want to be. Here we go. Now here, because I'm doing Shura, there's not too much thinking that needs to be going on, because it's gonna be the first choice and the other first choice. Now I'm gonna start explaining before the fight again, because there's a bit of some stuff going on. So, for Emma, I'm gonna fight her, but remember I don't have access to Mikiri, and I want to do her fast. So we can get her stuck in a bit of a loop. I'm talking a lot, so let me drink a bit. We're gonna try to get her stuck in a loop by attacking her only once. If we don't make her parry the attack but only block and use only one attack, she's gonna get stuck in a bit of a loop, which she can still get out of it. It's pretty RNG. She trolls me every time, but she's gonna do an attack in a very nice rhythm where I can parry, hit, and that gets her posture up. The bad things that she can do is she can grab, in which case I can do 2 hits, and then I need to circle around her to avoid the grab. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's a pretty normal fight. Just at the beginning of the fight, I'm going to use a Yash and wait for her to hit first before doing anything. Use the Yash, go forward, and she attacks. Gonna read that after the fight, okay? See, she loves to troll me her. But we've got to be patient. But thank you for the follow, man. See, that's the loop. That's quite a bot message. Okay, sorry. If anyone can ban the bot. And we died. Would not usually happen, but was trying to read chat. Where are my mods when I need them? There we go. Emma's dead. Let me pause real quick. Yeah, okay. It is actually a bot. Sorry, but get out of here, man. Here we go. Wait, what? Um, I'm bad at modding, apparently. How do I do this? How the fuck do I ban someone? Where is my mod? Sorry about this, guys. I was trying to finish the run. Explain that to you. How do I fucking take care of that message? The chat setting, then more icons. Thank you. Oh wait, couldn't ban that. I'm pretty stupid. Fucking dumb. Oh, thank you, CB. Finally, finally, someone reacting. Okay. What happens? Is everything still going on? Yes. Okay, now that it's done, let me talk about Ishin. Sorry for that interruption. So, Ishin, we're gonna use as soon as the Shinobi execution for Emma. No problem, CB. As soon as the Shinobi execution for Emma is done, we're gonna use another Yash to have one going into Ishin, and then we're gonna attack him and to fight him pretty normally. Once first phase is done, I'm gonna use another Yash, dash to him, interrupt his attack with a mortal draw, and fight him normally, except every time he does a fire attack, I'm gonna mortal draw to interrupt it. If he does the Shimonji fire attack, I need to avoid it because I can't mortal draw fast enough, and then I mortal draw. I do, some people don't, they punish him normally, but I do mortal draw because he can do a pretty shitty trolley attack if I don't and I attack him in his back. So I take the safe strat and mortal draw. Okay? So, get out that. Wait for the Shinobi execution message. And use Yash. And fight this shit normally. Except we can't make raise or we're gonna block his thrusts. And this is just a regular fighting strat for Ishin. You can see tried to grab us again. I wasn't very prepared, but you will do like Emma, usually. Okay, he's down. I'm gonna use the Yash, dash and mortal draw. Here we go. Ishimonji, I go behind, and I mortal draw. Finding more Ishimonji, I go behind, I mortal draw. Pretty easy strats. More Ishimonji, go behind, mortal draw. He didn't show us many attacks, but that's how it goes. It is down. I explained the full run. Pretty happy about myself. If you have more questions, feel free. Don't know how clear I was on all that. But we're done. Again, there is a black screen removal tech, but we don't need to do it. And this is the end of the run. If I skip the cinematic. Here we go. Ah, that's a pretty long. GG, thanks for the explanation. No problem, Craggle. We had a pretty great day, so I was in a good mood to do that.